Welcome to the Lumber Ghost Mysteries, Episode 1, Season 1. In this episode, the band comes together, and we learn why the name of this show is the Lumber Ghost Mysteries. For more information, please visit actualstorypodcasting.com. And now, let's go.
It's not impossible to explain why all my friends are strange. Secrets that nobody could see. Our town built upon a mystery, and everything's about to change. Calling every kid at the sound of my voice. We're not fine. We're not fine. I'm calling every kid at the sound of my voice. It's our time. It's our time. Grab your bike and run. Grab your bike and run. Be the you that knows how to shine. This is our time.
I play Kelly, a brilliant mathlete, and I'm doing okay on those drums. I'm really pretty certain that every lighthouse on the island is haunted.
I'm CJ, and I'm a young provider. I'm often wondering where my parents went 7 years ago, and why do I have to help support my family?
I'm Phaedra. I'm a little weird. I'm a loner. I'm practicing my new wave keyboards because, they're cool. And I like to dumpster dive and make artsy stuff.
Hey, this is Chance. I play bass or whatever, I guess. I just, trying to make it through until I can get off this island.
So, the name's Cliff, and I think that not only is every lighthouse haunted here on the island, but it's probably filled to the brim with some sort of frozen Nazi super robot at the end of the day. Probably.
April 16, 1984. Monday. An icy fog crawled over Martha's Vineyard last night, sliding to a stop right on top of your hometown of Oak Bluffs. With no tourists for another 2 months, biking to school through desolate streets brings to mind nuclear fallout, probably from those Cold War videos they play in class every month. Headlights from tradesmen and pickup trucks with ladders strapped every which way creep down the streets. Leathery-skinned men with baseball caps and Magnum PI mustaches smile and wave at the elementary school kids that they share the narrow roads with. The spring dance at Oak Bluffs Elementary was last Friday, and spring break starts this Friday. 1 more week of school before 1 week off. As you arrived at school today, with the sun doing a sloppy job of clearing the fog, you notice that the school dance decorations are still hung. The hand-painted welcome banner made by the third graders has slumped halfway off of the brick entranceway. Bunches of balloons hung by the kindergartners have shriveled into sad lumps. The teachers and staff are all out front with flashlights ushering kids in through the fog. Mr. Lyman, your homeroom and history teacher, has just taken attendance, and you have about 10 minutes before going off to first period.
Everybody roll brains.
So, this is just a question,
Yeah.
and this does not apply to my brains on this, but some of these say +1. So it's
Yeah.
roll and add the +1 or roll a different one, higher die.
So, the way Kids on Bikes works is that you roll the die for your particular stat, and then you add your modifiers afterwards.
Okay.
Kids on Bikes also has this pretty cool thing called exploding dice. So if you roll the highest number that your die allows, then you get to roll that die again and add the numbers together.
I did the opposite. I rolled the lowest number my die allows,
Oh,
which
no.
is 1.
That's an imploding dice.
I have no brains. I'm tired. I'm sacked out. I'm still barely awake. I got up early. I did my paperwork or my paper routes, and I got to school, and I'm napping on the desk.
How did everybody else do?
9.
3.
14.
What was it? 14? Did you say?
Yeah, I get to roll a d20.
Oh, my.
Likewise, feel free to envy my 19, yo.
Oh.
19, wow.
Ooh.
All right. Okay, so since CJ has about a 1, I think it does make sense that this was probably a kind of a late night and an early morning. And what Chance notices is that CJ is falling asleep in homeroom. So that's pretty clear to you that that's what this day is going to be about. Let's see.
Okay, I'll we sit next to each other in homeroom, so I'm just gonna drop a book on his desk.
I wasn't asleep yet, was I?
Oh, I know. No, dude. But you were drooling a lot, so I thought I should help you stop that.
Homeroom hasn't even started yet.
Oh yeah, well, I was just practicing.
Man, I could have got 7 more minutes of sleep.
Cliff, where do you sit in the room?
I'm going to guess probably the back.
So there's something about today. I guess you got really good sleep last night. There's a bulletin board up front that you pay no attention to on a regular basis. But there's something about the way the light is coming through the window, diffused by the fog, that actually highlights a flyer that's sort of hidden behind another thing on the bulletin board that you swear you've never seen before. And it says something about band auditions. So you know that that's there. Kelly, with a 14, you notice that you don't normally pay attention to Mr. Lyman all that much, probably, especially in homeroom. But Jenny is busy talking to Susie. And so you happen to linger on Mr. Lyman maybe a little bit longer than you normally would. And you notice twice during attendance, he kind of grimaced and held his stomach just a little bit, and then took his hand away, kind of looked around to see if anybody noticed. Phaedra, with a 3, you're pretty sure that you remembered all of your books to bring to school today. But you guys do have a couple more minutes before you're off to first period, if there's anything that you want to do within homeroom.
Yeah. Hey, CJ.
What's up?
Did you go to that dance?
No, man. I was cutting wood for Mrs. Johnson.
Oh, that sounds really boring. Did you hear anything about that dance? My mom and Dave were asking me about it this morning. They said something weird happened.
I heard some about the plumbing, but I mean, nobody told me what. And why does anybody care about the plumbing?
Wait, that was my guess. It was the plumbing? Was I right? Was there something?
I heard.
I might be smarter than I thought. Who else?
You guys talking about the plumbing?
No, dude, we're talking about the dance.
Oh, okay. Well,
Did you go to the dance?
I didn't know that's where you were at, Tinkerbell. Sorry. No, I just thought you guys were more excited about the exploding toilets. That's what I heard about.
There were exploding toilets?
Well, there was something coming up through them. Something finally breached.
I think I'm in tune with something. Like, that's exactly what I told my mom happened, and I had no idea. Did you go to the dance, though, Cliff?
No, I did not.
I was just kidding anyway. Let's find someone who did. I know you didn't go to the dance.
I bet we could find someone in here who did.
Cliff sits at the corner of the DF axis. Of course he didn't go to the dance.
I'm keeping one eye on the flyer, on the sign-up sheet for the band thing, just like pretending like I'm not really meticulously seeing if anybody's looking at it or not.
I bet Kelly went. Kelly,
Yeah?
hey, did
Yeah.
you go? Come here.
Okay.
Be cool for a second. Did you go to the dance?
I did.
So what happened at the? Something happened. I don't know what it was.
You know, my mom asked me that this morning, and I didn't notice anything because I was busy dancing with Jenny and Susie. But you know what? I think Mr. Lyman was a chaperone, and he's acting kind of weird today. I wonder if he was
Cliff keeps looking at
involved.
the bulletin board. What is up? I didn't even
You
know
think-
you knew that section of wall existed.
See,
Up until 20 minutes ago, it didn't have a badass looking wizard drawn on the bottom of a band sign-up sheet, did it?
What? All right, well, you guys talk about Mr. Lyman's icky tummy. Show me this sheet.
What are you guys yapping about, Mr. Hyman? He always looks like that in the morning. He's a drunk. Does he know that?
What's a drunk?
Well, if you were to look it up in the see that the dictionary over there, it'll have a picture of his dumb face as he's holding his aching guts this morning, trying to cram Metamucil down him. He'll be all right. By fourth period, he's back in the saddle.
Are you guys talking about Mr. Lyman the way he was looking this morning? I don't think it's like normal. It was a little different than usual. I mean, I know what a drunk looks like, but that was different.
Was he chaperoning at that dance?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, I figured.
Was
Someone
he
has to
drunk
draw
at
the
the dance?
low straw.
well,
Now all the teachers have to go.
Yeah, they just like telling kids to leave space for the Holy Spirit in between.
And the bell rings. Mr. Lyman sort of looks up, says, all right, I think most of you are coming back here after lunch for history. So go to your class. So the way that school days are going to work is that unless there is a specific thing that is going to happen, or unless there's a specific thing that you want to accomplish, we're going to kind of not feel the need to role play every class throughout the day.
Damn it!
Once was enough for me.
I
I'm
was
good.
hoping that we're going to be our middle school teachers.
Yeah.
All of them.
So anything on the way out of homeroom off to first period?
I'm going to hang back and check out this flyer. I'm going to be a little slower. I'm going to be slow back to my desk to get my backpack.
Sure.
So I can
I've
check out
probably
this
got
flyer.
it timed just about right that I can get out of here and make my way down to the snack shack and jolt up before I'm late to shop math.
So it looks like this flyer was hung up a while ago, and then just some other sign-up sheet for, let's say, Milk Monitor was kind of put up in front of it. And it says that Ms. Malisa, the head of the music department, has been looking for student bands for an opportunity to perform this summer. And you guys know that you all are in generic music class for second period. Yes, there's band and yes, there's choir, and maybe you're in some of that. But music class is mostly just, here's a tambourine. Does anybody have rhythm? Great. Here's piano. Can you plunk a C? Great. There's a lot of that in your second period today.
This is a half note.
I take the flyer with me. I'm taking it to the class. I'm taking it to our next class. I'm going to show the guys.
Right?
So
Okay.
I take it in there. I plop it down as we're getting. I just. Is Cliff not back? He's going to be late again. Dig this, Chance. Dig this.
what's up?
She's looking for student bands. What's the teacher's name again?
Miss Malisa.
Miss Malice is looking for student bands to play this summer at something. I don't know all the details, but I mean, I play guitar. Cliff plays guitar. You play bass, right?
Well, I mean, sure.
Yeah. I mean, we're
Yeah.
like most of the way to a band, right?
Right, but like, if the world could come to an end before next summer, that's forever.
Your point?
What? That's just at least a lot of time for rehearsing.
Is that's you don't want to rehearse? Fine. I'm going to talk to Cliff.
I
He's
just-
going to talk you into rehearsing.
I show up on the night, you know? That's how I roll. I
I've seen you
also
roll
am
with the
still wearing my
tambourine.
roller skates.
You know what? I've got a good feeling about this. I think we could do this. I think this is something we could do. I don't get excited about a lot of things, but this is something other than a job, you know what? And maybe it pays. And I love to play guitar. And don't screw this up for me. You're gonna play bass. You understand that, right?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. All right. Now, if we just find somebody who could play drums, maybe keyboards, somebody who would sing or whatever, when Cliff gets back, he's in. I know. We just have to do a 9/10 Metallica set.
Oh, it's cover tunes? We're playing cover tunes? Can we do the reflex? That video's bad.
Yeah, you talk Cliff into it. We'll do
Flex,
whatever-
flex, flex,
whatever.
flex, flex. No, that's good stuff, man.
First period
That's a-
bell rings.
That's a hot track down at the horsey go round.
It's a lonely town.
So luckily you do know that Miss Malissa does teach second period music. CJ, as you're looking at the flyer, you do notice that at the bottom of it, it did have, for more information, call this number, those tabs at the bottom. A couple of them were already torn off, but most of them are still on there.
This is bunk. All right. This is red.
All right, second period. Unless anyone, no, we don't need to go through first period.
No.
All right. So as you guys get to music, to your music class, Miss Malice is there like she always is. She has big hair. She's cheerful like she usually is. Who loves music class the most?
Not
Among
it.
You.
I like it, but I bet Kelly really loves it because it's all about mathematical rhythm stuff.
Yeah, I like it. That makes sense.
What is it? If you were going to say one thing about Miss Malissa that you liked, or maybe the first thing that comes to mind when you think of her as a teacher that you like, what do you think that is?
She's so encouraging.
She is, isn't she? Which of you probably enjoys music class the least?
Me.
Yeah? Why is that?
You know how hard it is to sleep in this class?
The tambourines make it hard to see.
This is a 0Z class, is what this is.
What is it about Miss Malissa that can get old after a while?
She has kind of a shrill voice, as you would call piercing. And she likes to call on everyone equally, especially when they're not raising their hand to volunteer. She likes to distribute the pain, the joy of learning.
She's so encouraging.
Yes, so very encouraging.
Very fair.
The trick is you just got to volunteer right up front. I always volunteer for some easy percussion instrument, and every once in a while, ding.
If there's an
Ding.
easy button chance, you know it, man.
Yeah.
You guys
And
are-
if you look excited at the beginning, they think you're excited all the time.
I think you're missing the obviously best-selling feature of our teacher here is that her name sounds like Miss Malice, Malice, and that's what we should call our band.
Miss Malice.
Yeah, that's all I've been hearing every time you guys talked about her. Tell me that doesn't see it on
That
the
is
side
a
of
pretty
van?
wicked name,
It's a
man.
wicked thing. Plus,
That's
you know,
wicked pissa.
if she's trying to be anti-red here, if she's also assembling it together, and you know, maybe she has a little extra vested interest in the hometown crew rocking her name to the county fair or wherever this goes.
You seem pretty
Well-
invested in this. Have you found us a drummer yet?
You know what, my friend? We're on a mission. It will happen.
All right.
Well,
You know, Mrs. Malice sounds a lot like Twisted Sister. Like it's real. Yeah, I go with that.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are having this conversation after you've already arrived in the room, in the music room.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of the other students haven't arrived yet. You do have a couple minutes. Miss Malice is up at the front, smiling and saying hello to everyone as they enter. So you do have a couple minutes before everyone gets there.
Yeah, Chance, you should ask her. That's right, Cliff. Chance should ask her.
I agree.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm not going to ask her, though. I'm going to tell her. Hey, Miss Malice.
Good morning, Chance. Good morning.
Hey, we saw a flyer
Yes.
in our homeroom with a wizard. And
Oh. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so we've been talking about it, and we thought, okay, our band will play.
Oh,
So-
are you in a band? I didn't know that. Who's in your band?
Oh, like CJ, and Cliff, the
Okay.
boys.
She makes eye contact and nods.
Yeah.
That's great. So you wanted to come to the auditions?
I'm just hoping that maybe we could. I know the room next door is empty during this class. I was hoping we could use it to practice during class time on our band as our independent study music.
When you say the room next door, you mean the janitor's closet? No.
Well, it's kind of a big. I'll sit on a mop bucket.
It is
but,
surprisingly big. It is. I agree. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm very happy to have you audition. I think that. I could tell you, CJ, Cliff, come on up here. And she speaks loud enough for everyone to hear, even the other students as they're all wandering in. So you guys know, I've mentioned it before, that my other job is working for the County Cultural Arts Commission. And I'm happy to say that the flyer that you found there talks about how we decided to really make an effort to find student musicians and musical acts and bands that we can have participate with some of our touring artists during our summer season. So what we wanted to do was, it's just next Wednesday during spring break in the high school auditorium. We're going to be having all the student acts from the island come by and play, and we're going to try to find the one, or maybe more than one, that are ready to open for some of the artists that are already on our touring schedule for the summer.
Well, what if we're more like a headlining act?
I think that sounds great. What we're
cool.
looking for is an opener for our touring artists this summer. We have almost the entire schedule already there. We're looking for people that we can match with some of these name major label recording artists that like to come and play over the summer.
And in terms of compensation, we can expect.
There is financial compensation. We have a budget for this. Exactly what it is a little bit, it's still under discussion, but it will be more than fair.
We're going to need that to get nailed down, of course, beforehand. But yeah, so next week is the audition?
That's 10 days away. That's 10 days from now, next Wednesday.
That's not a lot of time to come up with a name. That sounds cool.
Great. Yeah, good. I'm glad. So I guess when you have your name, maybe by the end of today or tomorrow, let me know, and I'll put it on the list, and I'll make sure that your band has a slot at the auditions.
Cool. I feel good about this, miss.
Good. Yes, we definitely wanted this to be open for everyone.
Well, yeah, I might even wander by where is it? Cultural appropriate? What is it you work at?
The Cultural Arts Commission. We have an office in Vineyard Haven, but yeah, we do. We're the ones that are in charge of bringing. For a couple decades now, we're the ones that have been bringing all the musicians to the island over the summer.
Right. No, I remember my folks were way into. You brought Herb from Peaches and Herb. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
My
Yes.
folks were stoked.
Yes,
not Peaches.
No, just Herb.
There were scheduling issues around that, and
It happens. We won't let you down, however.
Right, not like Pablo Cruz did last year.
No, Pablo lose. I remember that.
Yeah. I know. We were all kind of happy about that, though.
Yeah.
I'm actually holding up for Paul Schaefer. I think that's gonna be good. His
Okay,
band
guys, band meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, before you say that, and as you start to huddle, Jeff Draganza kind of laughs. He's like, "Oh, you guys are a band now, right? Well, I mean, my band already signed up." And Scott Chambers kind of like nods, like, "Yeah, we're out on Jeff's deck like almost every weekend. We've been playing for months."
Well, that's cool, but like, what's your name?
Oh, I'm not telling you. I mean, we're gonna officially unveil it at Holly's house party in 2 weeks.
Bet their name's Holly's house party.
Holly blushes.
Actually, that's a pretty good name. You guys should use it.
Holly
And Peaches and Herb is up, but they're not playing anymore. You could use that one too.
You're
Guys,
Peaches.
band meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
God, I can't believe Draganza's already in on this.
We don't even have a drummer.
Well, that crumpet over there is the what do you call it? The baton guy up front of our. You haven't seen him at the games? You haven't noticed? We stand no chance as long as he is in opposing forces. Does, and he's got the crippler working behind him. God knows that guy doesn't play anything.
I don't know. He's got a hat with a big feather on it, so I'm not too
Someone
afraid.
say drummer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? You know somebody who plays?
Why, you got a
looking for
brother
drum?
that's
Hey, I totally play the drums.
What?
for real?
Yeah. I have my own drum set and everything.
I don't
That's
know,
a
I don't know, guys.
coordination
Billy
thing.
Paulson's got pretty good rhythm, and I'm pretty sure if we gave him like a cat litter bucket, he could. I'm kidding, of course. You have drums and everything, right? Like a
I
whole
do,
kit?
and I've read a lot of books about it.
Well, there we go.
Okay, like who's your
This
biggest
is-
influence?
All right,
Seriously?
everyone, we have to get going here.
Oh.
Everyone, please find their seats.
We're really trying to get this locked down, miss.
Well, you can do that at lunch.
That's right. Pace yourself, Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff kind of guffaws. No, you guys, you don't have any songs. You don't have a set list. Whatever, you're not getting anywhere.
Your mom's a song.
Scott stands up. It's like, hey,
That's it. Watch
keep it to yourself. Just keep it to yourself, Clarence.
Oh, uncalled for.
All right, everybody sit down. Come on now. We're going to get back to island rhythms today. Island rhythms and pan
Yeah.
flutes.
I'm good at those. That's what Scott's mom was teaching me last night.
Scott is not happy with you.
No. And I've seen him lick his own eyebrows, dude. Like, ugh.
With someone else's tongue. Against their will.
Oh, what's this? Let's just bide our time. Get out of here. Smile nice and pretty. Because if we don't, I already know exactly where this is.
No, I'm
is
mean
gonna end
mugging
up.
him the whole time. I'm just scowling the whole time.
Yeah.
Nobody bashes my band that doesn't actually quite exist. Nobody.
So I vote for the chick with the actual set of drums, and who's cognizant to be able to actually understand like rhythmic formulas and such, even if it does not clearly evidence itself on her hand-eye day-to-day coordination.
Is this whispering during class?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's subtle, surreptitious note passing, but they're very they're very intricately folded notes. You have to pull the little tabs on and unfold the right way.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
Do you want to be our drummer? Pass it on.
No, she writes in maybe. This is why I didn't go to the dance, guys. Anyway.
All right, you guys get an official maybe reply,
Classic.
and we'll skip ahead to lunch. All right, who gets what's your normal lunch routine?
Snack Shack, Jolt, oatmeal cookie, maybe. My guitar and my amps up at the band hall, so if you want to just start getting those blistering rhythms laid in. You always do that.
I'm always brown bagging it. I got a PB&J. Dave made it for me. And then I usually cruise and see if anyone's doesn't want any food, and I scoop it up.
I'm always eating the school lunch because I'm on the free lunch program, so I always at least get lunch, you know. And I usually have some extra pocket change to get some other stuff that I don't normally bother with. But today, in celebration of our band going to be kicking the butts of Scott and Jeff, I bought myself some Swiss cake rolls out of the thing.
Nice.
Kelly, on your way to lunch, Jenny kind of leans in and says, "You're not really going to play with those guys, are you?"
I totally am.
They don't look like they play good music.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
We play unclean music.
No,
Doesn't leave room for the Holy Spirit.
I'm worried about that. I'm worried that maybe if you join a band, then you might not do as well at math.
Oh, no. I think they go together. And besides, think about how great that'll look on my college application in, 4 to 6 years.
So that's true. That will look really good.
Yeah.
We have to get back to practicing right after spring break, so I don't want you to be too tired after our vacation. If you're spending all your time playing music.
I appreciate that you are concerned about my welfare, friend. I think it'll be okay.
She doesn't quite seem okay yet.
She'll get there.
Okay.
Guys, I've been thinking. All right, so maybe Scott and Jeff have a band, right? So maybe they do. And maybe they've got songs and everything. But you know what I bet they don't have? I bet they don't have a keyboardist.
I bet they don't even have a band, dude.
Well, technically, neither.
Have you seen those guys?
I'm just saying, as long as we're going to have our non-band fight against their non-band, we could have one more member, preferably somebody big who can kick some serious butt. In case I have to, have somebody hold Jeff back while I take on Scott. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not looking to get in a fight band. What do you guys... I thought we were just going to play some music.
You're going to let them talk smack about your band?
They were talking smack about you, dude.
So I walk up with my tray. I negotiate with my parents on the days I get hot lunch. Today's tater tot day, so I have a hot lunch. And I walk up because I know Chance wants some tots. So I join in their conversation, and I'm holding my tray, and I hear them talking about the keyboardist. You guys, Phaedra plays keys, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I took art with her one time, and she talked about it a lot. She plays the keys. You should ask her to join us.
Aren't you buddies with her, CJ?
Not anymore, I don't think.
Oh, dang.
She hasn't
Okay.
talked to me
I'll just
since,
go.
Third grade, man.
I'll just go ask her. I had something else I wanted to ask her anyways. And I hand Chance my tray.
But before I'm like, I'm stammering out my, but I don't get a chance. I'm just like, I have no chance to object. I'm like, I'm imagining Chance shoves a tot in my mouth while I'm.
Phaedra, what is your lunch routine?
So I get hot lunch about half the time. It depends on if someone's at home to make a nice fancy bagged lunch for me or not. But today is a hot lunch day, so I try to get toward the front of the line because I'm a vegetarian, and the good stuff to eat is always gone if you wait longer. So I went through the line pretty early, and I got my what stuff there was to eat, and I'm sitting in the corner watching everybody.
Do you sit with anyone?
Not usually. I have a book with me most of the time.
Well, that is where she is, Kelly.
I walk on over and I plop myself down next to her.
Hey, Kelly. What's
Hey,
up?
Phaedra. Hey. So I have 2 questions for you. Well, yeah, we'll just call it 2 questions. 1,
Okay.
and she rummages around in her backpack. And she pulls out a crumpled piece of paper, flattens it out in front of her. And on that crumpled piece of paper is a still life of her pocket calculator. Phaedra, remember how that one time in our class you gave me some really great advice about light source? I was hoping for your feedback on this drawing of my calculator.
Okay,
You don't have to give me. You don't have to give me feedback now. You can just take this, think about it. She pushes the paper at her. No pressure.
All right, I'll look at it, and we can talk about it later. Sure.
Yeah. Second question. Do you want to be in a band?
A band? What kind of band?
I'm not sure on that yet. The details are sketchy. But we really need a keyboardist, and I know you play them. So, do you want to be in a...
We don't know what kind of music they're going to play yet.
I mean, it's Chance and CJ and Cliff, so, take your best guess there.
Oh, Metallica.
So is that a yes?
Sure, I could use something else to do. Why not?
I turn and wave wildly at the guys.
I hope you're pleased with yourself, CJ, and your buzz of carbohydrates. Hey, let's get a keyboardist. Looks like we have a keyboardist now. Are there any other debalsificating other instruments you'd like to enlist in our chance of not achieving stardom? Well done, dude. Sorry.
Could we make a no pan flute rule? I'm really not good at it, and I'm sick of it. Also, not great in music. Like, real bad.
Where are you hearing pan flute exactly?
I hear all
music class.
kinds of
That was
stuff,
music
man.
class today.
Yeah, it was. You remember Miss Malik was talking about Zamfir like he was something to like people should be excited about. It's like, yeah, he's the master of the pan flute because he's the only one playing it.
I'd like to get back to the subject at hand, which is why we have a keyboardist now.
Hey, I didn't tell anybody to ask anybody. I was floating an idea.
You're floating in tots.
Keyboards are cool, dude.
All right.
They are cool. I mean, Van Halen uses keyboards.
Oh, damn it. You had to bring up the Van Halen thing. All right, fine. Jump was kick-ass.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right.
Rush uses keyboards.
Also, guys, not a real band yet.
What?
Let's just have some perspective. We're making a stew.
Here is the problem.
Those are the kind of
Here's
words
my
that
problem
get
with
bands
what
to
you
break
just
up.
said. It would sound like somebody was talking sense, except it came from you.
You know what? The truth is the truth. Like, we don't really have a name. We don't know what we're playing. Just no pan flute. That's all I'm asking.
We've got a couple days to figure that out, right? We've got 10 days, right? 10 days to get better
nine from when we go home tonight, yeah.
Scott Chambers and Jeff
Stop saying their weaselly names.
Draganza.
It hurts me in my hurtable places. Ugh.
You have hurtable places.
No,
I'm telling you guys, they don't have a band. They just throw a football back and forth and talk about band names. That's all they do.
Really? Because they probably got more of a band than we do right now.
I saw them doing it last week out on the field.
That's called football practice.
Yeah, but they're it's a, oh, hey, what about the Rejects? No, hey, what about
Hey, the
Velvet
Rejects is a pretty
Hammer?
good name. I kind of like the Rejects. That's a
Well, you know what? I'm fully willing to accept the fact that those two smokers are doing whatever it is they're doing on their off time. Probably not rehearsing songs, probably not taking it with the same degree of seriosity as we are, clearly. Because, I mean, we do have a legit musician in the form of, who was I thinking of? That's right, me! So I think it's time to take this pony to the next level. And speaking of ponies, that would look good on the side of a van, too.
Kelly and Phaedra have come back to join the other three.
I was just going to say, hey, Kelly, we should go over and talk with the boys about
Yeah.
this band.
Oh, great. Here comes Stevie Nicks and Devo. Well done. Can't wait to see what we turn out.
Just chill out, Cliff. Down.
God.
Hi, Cliff. It's nice to see you too.
You know,
Yeah?
Phaedra, don't take it personally. You know I dig you. You're like your own person and whatnot. God, it's the whole Treganza factor, man. It's just,
We can totally do better than them if we have, like the keyboards and the drums. Like, if you just have some guitars and bass, what can you do? You can't.
Tell that to Iron Maiden.
We're at a fundamental crossroads here, ladies. Maybe we could arrange to meet up, like say at the rec center or something, this evening. If we're all free, we could just meet up out there and maybe just bring like a couple of your favorite albums. I'll bring the Devastator, the highly acclaimed legendary boombox I have modified myself, and we can exchange ideas and try and get a set together. Would that be amenable to everybody?
So we're going to be a cover band.
We're hashing
we're
out
going to be the
styles.
first band in the history of the universe led by the genius musical decisions of the bass player.
I'm just saying, let's do originals, man. No one's doing that.
We could totally do originals, maybe. I mean, I have no idea how good any of you are at music, but, we can try.
Yeah.
I'll bring some of my favorite cassettes tonight. I can do that.
Right,
yeah, and I'll bring a football we can throw around and pick a name. It'll be cool, guys.
Make it a Nerf.
I'm just kidding, man. I don't have a football.
I can't catch one, so we're good.
Yeah. You guys, what time? Did we decide what time that's going to be? Because I need to go home and shake.
I'm sorry, what?
Cliff is not taking this well, man. He's like the prospect of actually like playing legitimately in front of a crowd of people is like his grandest dream made flesh. And now it's going to be whatever it's going to be with this dog and pony show. He's twitching.
Cliff, you can do guitar solos. I'll even give you my bass solos because I ain't doing that. That takes practice. Let me throw this at you guys.
We should get together tonight.
I think our first song should be Oak Bluffs Sucks My Butt. Number 2.
Working title?
Yeah,
course.
okay. Well, that'll just be the chorus, and we'll call it Burn This Island to the Ground. Also, I had an idea. We cannot rehearse at my house because my mom she's just always bugging me. And our garage is kind of full right now. But I work at the Horsey Go Round, right? And because it's off season, it's closed 3 nights a week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. They got that Wednesday special that gets people to come down. So it's closed 3 nights a week. If I could get either the permission or the keys, it has a sound system. And we could ride horses unless we play drums or keyboard.
Oh.
I'm going to just put her out here right now. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. That is a brilliant idea.
That is a fantastic, fantastic idea. Which covers us for 3 whole rehearsals. Wait, no, 6. 6 rehearsals.
Hey guys. Hey, I actually have a little studio space in my dad's lumberyard building that I do my building of my artwork and stuff in, and I have the keys because it's my space. So we can go there. It doesn't have a sound system, but it has a door we can close and we're far away from everybody and nobody will hear us. So we could go there on the other days.
You're saying the rehearsing the days in between rehearsing?
Well,
yeah, don't you want to rehearse every day?
My dad was
I
in a
do.
band
It's like
in
you know me.
college. My dad was in a band in college, and there was this little 4-track 4-channel PA in our garage. I don't know if it works. It was, from my dad's college band. Played mostly Doors stuff, but I could bring that. I'm not carting it anywhere. I'll cart it once. I'll bring it once. So if we can leave that at your place, then we'd have 2 places we could rehearse, if it works.
How many murders have happened at the sawmill? Intentional or unintentional? I'm just curious if this is like a murder sawmill, like Scooby-Doo, or what are we getting into?
It's actually the lumber yard. It's not the sawmill. It's where they store the lumber to sell it and move it to the places where they're building and stuff. So nobody's been killed there as far as I know.
It could still be haunted if somebody died when the lumber was being cut.
That's true. And there are some weird noises there sometimes at night.
Wait,
and
a lumber
weird
ghost?
shadows.
There are ghosts everywhere.
That's really not that bad. That's Murder Sawmill.
not a bad-
That's a great band name, Murder Sawmill.
I thought you were going for Lumber Ghost. Yeah, Murder Sawmill's better.
Lumber Ghost? It sounds like a ghost with wood.
Dude, Lumber Ghost is our first song. Cliff, are you down or what?
So if you guys notice, Cliff is just kind of shaking a little bit, and there's beads of sweat just sort of pouring down his little 14-year-old mustache attempt. I just have to say, I never thought it would come together just like I imagined it. It's like we've been called to this. Lumber Ghost. F yeah, man, F yeah.
So Lumber Ghost has been formed. Is that what I'm hearing? And the lunch bell rings. It's not official until it's on a flyer.
It's not that bad of a band name. I actually kind of like it. Lumber Ghost.
Wait, I thought it was Murder Sawmill.
That'll
Which
be the
one's
first
song?
single.
Oh, Murder
I'll be
Sawmill's the
honest, I was
song.
pretty into Miss Malice, but
Lumber Ghost.
Miss Malice is cool, but
Lumber Ghost sounds like he would help you like move or something.
He's
he had
a
a
ghost
truck.
with a
nicest
truck.
ghost.
Yeah.
He has a ghost truck to help.
He's like a solid dude.
The Lumber Ghost Mysteries features Jason Adair as Chance, Mars Homeworld as Cliff, Mikey Mason as CJ, Mary Stack as Kelly, Kirsten Vaughn as Phaedra, and I am Jonah Knight. The Lumber Ghost Mysteries is based on the game Kids on Bikes. Kids on Bikes was written by Jonathan Gilmore and Doug Levandowski, co-published by Hunters Entertainment and Renegade Game Studios. Find out more about the game at renegadegamestudios.com. Original art for the Lumber Ghost Mysteries by Mikey Mason. Additional art used courtesy of Hunters Entertainment. Our theme song was written by Jonah Knight and Mars Homeworld. Additional music composed by Mars Homeworld. The Lumber Ghost Mysteries is produced by ActualStoryPodcasting.com. Find out more about this show and others that we produce by visiting ActualStoryPodcasting.com.